Hey there, welcome to another valuations video update brought to you by Truelytics, the premier transition management platform for the wealth management industry. My name is Mike Langford and I'm the host of the Valuations Podcast. And this week on the show, I'm joined by Kelli Cruz of the Cruz Consulting Group, and we dive deep on something we call, or she calls, talent wealth. What is talent wealth? Well, think about all the people within your organization. It creates a lot of wealth for the business and it's managing a lot of wealth. And we need to pay attention to the people within our organization because in the end, when you look to transition out of your business, either via internal succession or selling the business, whoever is acquiring that business is acquiring the people. Those people are going to be folded into the new team. And of course, if it's an internal succession, they are the acquirers of the business. So you really want to pay attention to them and take them seriously and invest in that asset. And then, of course, if somebody else is acquiring your business outside of your organization, they're going to be looking long and hard at your team. And they're going to be asking themselves, does this team fold in and mesh with my existing team? Who's important? Who's not important? How are they going to help us transition the clients over to the new platform? How are they going to help us keep the clients long term? So your people are incredibly important. So Kelli and I cover a lot of ground. One thing that I think you're going to find particularly interesting is Kelli's thoughts on how to make sure you connect with millennials. Now, we know that about 40% of advisors are going to be retiring in the next decade. So millennials are incredibly important to your business, whether you like it or not, because either they're going to backfill the retiring advisors in your organization, or you yourself are an advisor who's looking to retire in the next decade or so, and you might be handing the keys to a millennial buyer or advisor taking over via an internal succession plan. And so you really need to kind of connect with those people to make sure that everything goes off really well in the future. So do dive in on this podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. Check it out on the Truelytics website. Go to truelytics.com/blog and you'll find the episode there. Also, while you're at the blog, our very own Carla McCabe has a new blog post on the change in valuations that we can expect in the wealth management industry over the next 10 years as these 40% of advisors-ish, 40%-ish, look to retire. How is that going to affect valuations within the industry? And she has some really interesting thoughts there. Lastly, really excited to announce that Cetera has rolled out a new program. Cetera is a Truelytics client, one of our biggest clients in terms of scale of advisor population. It's really, really exciting. They have a new program called the Legacy Builder Program for their advisor population. And what that does is it ensures that in the event that there is an emergency succession necessary for an advisor, either via death or disability or you name it, that there is a kind of an, in case of emergency, break glass succession plan where Cetera will ensure that that business is purchased at an agreed upon valuation, which is derived through the Truelytics program. So very, very exciting stuff. And there's a lot more that goes into it. You can check it out. I've linked up in the show notes here a link to the Cetera announcement, so you can go check that out. We're working on that similar program with other broker-dealers as well, because as you can tell, right, this transition wave is coming, and this is something that's really, really important for every organization out there to make sure that they have a program in place for when advisors start to retire, whether that's a voluntary retirement or, God forbid, an involuntary / emergency succession plan is necessary. Clients are still taken care of. The business stays within the broker-dealer environment, and that the other advisors are able to take over as smoothly as possible and ensure that continuity exists. So really, really good stuff. As always, if you have questions for us on the show, feel free to send an email to evaluations@truelytics.com or swing by truelytics.com and use the little contact button there and let us know what you think and what you'd like to see covered on the show. On the next episode, we're going to be talking about financing your business transition. If you want to buy a new business or if you want to sell your business, what do you need to know? So we're going to be talking to some folks about that. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.